friends, I filmed 4 videos and I didn't film the intro for any of them. So here's the intro. Enjoy the Oracle deck walkthrough. Hey, so I'm back with another deck from my Grammy, my mom's, my love bugs things. This was another deck that she had. It's called Archetypal Reiki, Spiritual Emotional Meets Physical Healing by Dorothy May. And it comes in a cute little box, and the book is huge, but the cards are teeny tiny, which is so fun and interesting. Also, I love it when cards are squares, just because it's really funny. But my Mumsy was a massage therapist, and she used Reiki, so finding these cards in her stuff was really interesting. Sorry, I lost what I wanted to say for a second. I'm excited to look at these cards. I've never had anything like this before. Basically, the creator was studying Reiki and tarot and like all this other stuff all at the same time, and she was like, let's combine them. Like, let's combine cards with messages with like physical healing and Reiki and stuff. And I think that that's really cool. And these cards are just so cute. Like, the artwork is just adorable and simple, and there's words kind of trying to tell you what the meanings are. There's not that many of them. Let's look at the book. Oh, it gives you spreads that you can do. That's cool. Okay, there's 28 cards in the deck. So that's kind of a small deck. So this is definitely an oracle deck, not a tarot deck, because it doesn't follow the story of tarot. But in the book, she talks about how it was inspired by her learning about Reiki and about tarot and all these other things. Okay, so whenever I go through a deck, I like to ask them how they see themselves and how they see me after walking around with me for 7 days or longer or whatever. And then I like to ask them what kind of work they want to do, although I think the work that they want to do is clear because it's Reiki and emotional stuff, so it's tying the emotional messages to physical healing. So I think my guess is that when I'm gonna go and read about the cards, it's gonna say like, okay, now do this exercise or like do this like Reiki thing and whatever, but we'll see. That's just my assumption. So we'll definitely ask the first 2 questions, but I think the third question is a little unnecessary for the specific deck. Hi, Reiki deck. It is really, really nice to meet you. You used to belong to my Grammy, and she sadly passed away, and now I have inherited you. I'm not a professionally trained 100 million years practicing massage therapist like my Grammy was, but she taught me stuff growing up, and I got massages growing up, and I actually do Reiki, not like the full, like all of the lessons, but just like the idea of energy exchange through your hands and stuff. I do that. And I work with energy a lot in my practice, regardless of touching people's bodies and stuff. And Reiki, despite me not knowing all of the different names for all the different things, has been a big part of my life. So it's interesting us coming together. What did I want to say? Can you give me a card that describes how you feel about yourself as a deck, your identity? Can you make one card fall on the table that describes you as who you are, your personal identity? Thank you. And then can you give me a card that describes me, how you see me as a person? We spent a week together, and then I have had you sitting by my bed for a couple months. So you've had a lot of time to sort of absorb my energy, see my personality, see how I interact with the world. Could you give me a card that represents me, how you know me to who I am?
Just one card that represents me, how you see me.
One card for me. Okay, I'll take 2. That's acceptable. The last question of what you want to work on is kind of not really applicable because it kind of is clear what you're made to work on. So how about you give me a card that just is something I specifically need to be working on, something that you would recommend for me right now. Thank you. And then I always like to do a card at the end for the reader, but how about we pull it out now, or for the viewer? Whoever's watching this video, could you give something that they need to work on? Something for them? Oh, you gave 2 cards for them too. Okay, thank you so much. Mwah. Okay, the first card, this is how the deck sees themselves. I shouldn't put it on the book because I need the book. Dragon's Breath, spiritual initiation, alignment or misalignment. Okay, this is card 17. Hold on. Okay, 17, Dragon's Breath, spiritual initiation.
Use the dragon as a spirit guide and its breath will strengthen your ki. Try saying this.
Yeah, I knew it was going to give you things to do or say.
With the dragon's breath, I blow power into my soul. The dragon is a powerful symbol that represents life force and great potency. This is the time to step into your power. Dragons also guard treasure. The treasure that your dragon guards may be your precious higher self. In ancient times, it was thought that hidden in a cave guarded by a dragon lay a hoard of golden jewels. This symbolism commonly represents the spiritual wisdom buried in the unconscious. The winged dragon is a powerful symbol of transcendence and can mean ascension to spiritual and mystical heights. The dragon's breath is like the fire of purification. The dragon's breath ceremony is part of the Reiki tradition. In Christianity and in the Shinto region, there is also a tradition of purification by fire.
I have a candle sitting right next to me as I film these videos. That's funny.
Anyway, if the dragon's breath to purify, to symbolize power and the passion to heal ourselves in our planet. With the archetype, within this archetype are the 2 poles of alignment and misalignment. In archetypal Reiki work, alignment simply means to be in tune with Reiki energy lined up. At the end of the continuum is misalignment, where a person is not in tune with the spiritual healing energy that is all around us. When we move toward the middle of the archetype, we utilize the symbology of the dragon's breath to align ourselves with the spiritual energy in all forms. When you draw this card, it is a signal to step into your own power, the power of the dragon. Think of the dragon as a powerful ally that can help you to build up and contain your power. Use the dragon as a spirit guide and its breath will strengthen your ki.
I'm not reading the whole thing, but it tells you more stuff, and then it gives you an exercise, and then it gives you a meditation, an affirmation, and all this other cool shit. That's awesome. Anyway, that's how the deck sees themselves. So I think the deck sees themselves as like this, like, girly who's gonna who's gonna align you with what you need to do, which makes sense because it's giving you all this shit that you need to do. So that's awesome. And I love how in the imagery, the leaves around the flower kind of mimic dragon's wings around something, and then there's like gold colors to, like, it's around something precious, and it's like, it gives like protective vibes. So I think the artwork is really awesome. Okay, now this is how the deck sees me. 25 and 22. The heart chakra, the meditator, love or indifference. The root chakra, ooh, I'm chakra cards right now. Physical needs, high energy versus inastitude. Okay, that's awesome. That's 25 and 22. We'll read 22 first. Okay. Root chakra, physical needs.
Is something amiss in your physical or work or money life? Remember, you have an inborn right to basic safety and security in life. The path of manifestation, the first 3 chakras, the root, the abdomen, the stomach, from a downward current that, according to Enodia Judith, a lending authority on the integration of chakras and therapeutic issues, is called the path of manifestation. This is how we take something abstract and make it concrete in the external world. We turn spirit into matter. The root chakra, located at the base of the spinal cord, is considered part of the lower chakra system, that which ties us to the earth. This chakra is the basic foundation of our physical path, bringing our safety, security, and sense of home, a family, as well as work life. The way in which we manifest our reality and live in the present moment are root chakra work. With this chakra, we are given the right to be, to exist. Its color is blood red. Within this archetype are two opposing forces, high energy and lassitude. Okay? With good physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health comes high physical energy. Physical energy is necessary for our well-being. However, too much activity proceeds in hyperactivity. When the condition arises, we cannot sit still, much less meditate. Our minds are continually racing. We must move over to the middle of the archetype. When you draw this card in your reading, you are advised that something may be amiss. In which area of your life do you need to pull?
So I feel really aligned to this. I'm not going to read all the everything, but I feel really aligned to this because I've been really low energy lately. Like for the past, I want to say year, I've been kind of struggling with depression, and that's caused me to be really low energy. And in my journaling every single day, I write like kind of how energetic I feel, and it's been really low numbers consistently. And so I really feel like, yeah, girl, you call me out on my struggle. Okay, let's go to the heart chakra 25. Okay. 25, the heart chakra, the meditator.
Examine your feelings, thoughts, especially actions concerning love in your life. To be sure you get enough love, you must be willing to love in return. There's only one chakra in the middle of the chakra system. This is the heart chakra. For the path of manifestation to come into existence, we must turn to this chakra. The heart chakra is in the middle of the body at the heart level. It handles all kinds of love, self-love, erotic love, filial love, love of others, and universal love. Love is the center. In this center, deals with the ways in which we give and receive love. Work with this heart chakra gives us the right to love and be loved. The color of the heart chakra is emerald green. Within this archetype, there are two opposing forces, love and indifference. We must begin with self-love. With a strong sense of self, our love will be at the unconscious merged stage of infancy. Once we love ourselves, we can love others. Universal love is the ability to feel beyond the human personality to the soul of the person and to love that soul. However, at the human personality level, people are not always good, kind, and sweet. Often we need to set limits on others' behavior and not express our love at certain points in time in order to allow the person to act in a manner appropriate, realistic, and kind. I'm not going to do that. When you draw this card, you must examine your heart.
Okay. Well, that feels really aligned too because I've been struggling. So thanks. Oh, this was something that it wants me to work on. Hearth. That's funny. That's funny. Because I'm literally reading a book about hearth right now. That's funny. Okay, love and compassion, cherish versus neglect. This is card number 3. Hearth, love, and compassion.
Is there enough love in your life? Girl, this is so funny. Are you receiving as well as giving? In what ways are you withholding love from yourself? In what ways are you withholding love from another? Heart is a symbol of the heart, from which healing and love flow. The heart is the middle of the physical body. Heart means love, truth, beauty, harmony, and balance. The heart symbol is not an original Reiki symbol. It was channeled by a Reiki master teacher though it is not by all Reiki masters. It is widely accepted and loved in many Reiki practitioners and teachers. You may substitute the concept of love for the symbol. Heart speaks to universal love, not romantic love or erotic love. Universal love is unconditional and flows freely through the universe. With every in-breath you take, breathe in love. With every out-breath and leaves your body, breathe out love. The full exchange of love is enrich and enhance your life. The two pillars within the archetype are cherish and neglect. To cherish something or someone is to hold and give your heart. Caring is the quality vital to your human life. Yet when we care too much, we kill the very thing we love. Living things need freedom to grow, to change. We must be certain we are acting out of true caring for the well-being of the other and not from our own selfish interest. When you draw this card, you are being asked to examine your attitudes towards love in your life. Is there enough? Are you receiving as well as giving? In what ways are you withholding love from yourself? In what ways are you withholding love from others? Love is energy, let it flow through you.
This is so funny and this all aligns so much. And what's funny about it is that I have another deck. It's a crystal oracle deck, and I keep pulling cards for it to give me something different, and literally every single time I pull watermelon tourmaline, and it's about like accepting love into your life and giving love, and I keep pulling and I keep being like, oh my god, don't pull this card, like I don't I'm like having some resistance. So that's funny that these come out. They're basically saying the exact same thing. And to be honest, I haven't been giving myself the full love that I'm needing to give myself. Like, I'll be on and off with it, especially with battling like my mental illness and stuff, it's been hard, but I'll like do all my daily habits and show myself so much love, and I'm doing such a good job, and then I'll be where I am right now, where it's like I'm doing like 1 or 2 daily habits and I'm neglecting the rest of my needs, and like I'm not really giving myself that love. And then it's also like with other people I'm struggling, but we don't need to talk about my struggles. Anyway, here's the card for you guys. You got 7, you got Reiki. How funny is that? Literally, the whole point of the deck. Spiritually directed healing, wholeness versus fragmentation. And you got the solar plexus chakra, action in the world, empowerment versus disempowerment. Fuck ice, am I right? Anyway, 7. Reiki, spiritually directed healing.
Reiki energy goes where it is needed, bring all levels of existence, body, mind, heart, and spirit into balance and harmony. You can pause to read the whole thing, but I'll read this part. When you draw this card, you must allow the Reiki energy to enter your being. Feeling the key flowing in your mind, body, soul, send out your key to someone who needs it. Okay.
And then you can screenshot this side too. And then 24. You got card 24, which is funny because I got 22 and 25. 24. The solar plexus chakra, action in the world.
Look at the ways you handle personal power. You may be exerting undue influence over other people, not allowing them to feel their own power. Be sure you act in your own best interest as well as those of others. And I'll leave room for you to screenshot, but the solar plexus chakra is located at the stomach level. And then when the screenshot again, I'll read you this part. When you draw this card, you are advised to look at the ways you handle personal power.
I do want to go back to 3 actually and read what it wants me to do. I haven't been reading that part on the other stuff, but I want to read that on mine.
Heart meditation. Imagining a lovely park is beautiful. One spring day, you see a swing. You are tired, and the swing looks very inviting, so you sit and begin swinging gently, slowly. Then you swing higher and higher. Now you feel someone invisible, guardian angel, pushing the swing. The flow of the air increases as the swing gains momentum. You feel an intake of air as you are pulled back, and then as you swing forward high into the air, you feel a rush of air and exhilaration of your breath. The wind is the breath of the universe, and the breath of the universe carries love in all parts of the universe. As you swing forward up in the air, you feel the love carry out into the world through your breath. As you swing backward through the ground, you feel love returning to you through your breath. Your breath is the breath of the universe. Breathe and swing, breathe and swing.
Cute. Nice. Reflect on which ways you're loving freely through blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, I love this. This deck is so cute and sweet and nice. I loved doing this reading. I loved getting to know this deck, and I loved getting called out on my bullshit. Thanks for that. Thank you so much for coming to my deck walkthrough. Thank you for looking at these beautiful, beautiful cards with me. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope that if you accepted the little reading I did for you, that it felt aligned, that it felt good, it felt nice. Do something nice for yourself today, because apparently I really need to be doing nice things for myself and accepting the love from myself and others. So take that with you too. You need to do it too. If I need to do it, we all need to do it. Just the art on this deck and this box is incredible, and I love that it comes in a box because I hate my decks not having a little home. But thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful time. Oh wait, are they not perfect squares? No, 1 and fine. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, tee, all done. Bye-bye. I hope you loved it so much. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye, friends.